Hello everyone, welcome to Life on Board Amy Joe, and a bit of a shaky camera there because of the wind. I do apologise. So, we're continuing our journey today. We're actually right at the junction, I don't know if you can see that past my arm, at Norton Junction. If we turn right, we go up to Braunston.
Yeah, but we're
not doing that, we're going left and heading south. So today we're going down the Buckby locks. Not quite sure where we're going to end up yet,
No,
are
we're
we?
going to stop at Wilton Marina because we want diesel and you want to have a look round.
Yeah.
And then I think, is it Weedon Beck is a bit
Weedon Beck
further
is more than
that
likely.
way. So I think that's where we're head for anyway, put it that way.
Yeah. So if you're sitting comfortably, sit back and enjoy the cruise today. After a brief stop to top up with water, we turn left at Norton Junction and continue down the Grand Union Canal, past Wilton Marina, on past the Heart of England pub, past Hayford Fields Marina, finishing up just prior to Gayton Junction. So here we are, we're on the water point, just.
Yeah.
And filling up with water yet again. We only have 450 litres of drinking water on board, so we always fill up when we get the opportunity. And as the last time we filled up was Debdale, we're due a top up, so there we go. But again, it's a lovely day, bit of a breeze blowing, you can probably hear it on the camera, and but it's a lovely little spot, this, absolutely super, and I'm really looking forward to this next leg, so we'll see how we go. At this point there was no need to sound the horn because Smudge was doing a very good job for us. His barking was alerting everybody that something was going on at the junction, and that something was us making the turn. So, as I said earlier, round to the right that way is down to Braunston, and that's where Ian and Carol have headed. But we're headed Brentford, which is this way. That's the junction we've just literally just turned out of. So, first of the Buckby flight. These are all double locks, unfortunately. There is a lockie on board. He's helped us with the paddles. So it looks like we're going down on our own, unfortunately. He's quite happy for us to do that. I know everybody says you should go down in pairs to conserve water, but they're happy for us to go down single, so that's what we're doing. Shame the pub's not open, but there you go. We were in there the other day, so it was quite pleasant. We had a lunch. I can recommend their pork pie and chutney, by the way, in there. Really nice. It's pretty obvious now we are on wide beam territory. The canal is much wider below the lock, and after we made the turn there, so the locks will all be double locks from now on, I think we'll find. So there we go. Full complement to crew this morning. Forward lookouts on position. Chris is in tank commander mode. I'm on the helm. There you go. Not quite sure what to make of that. Now, we didn't think we'd been down this way before, but in fact we have on a hire boat, because I remember this lovely little shop. It's full of little bits and pieces, so we're going to have a look, shall we? So we're in lock 2 of the flight. This is a flight of 7 locks individually spaced out, but we have heard further down the line one of the pounds is empty and there is a boat stuck in a lock. So CNRT are down there letting water down, so hopefully our little bit of water coming down will help them as well, but we'll see. So this is lock number 8. Well, with the lock being so close, Chris's walking smudge gives him some good exercise and allows him to do his business. Saves me taking him for a walk lunchtime, because this is quite a walk for him, and it gives Chris a little bit of exercise as well. She doesn't mind, she quite likes it. So we've just found out there is a boat ahead of us, so all the locks are going to be against us, unfortunately, but there we go. We don't mind, we're used to it. It's all part of boating life. Right, for our non-boating friends, those of you that don't cruise the canals, you heard me mention that the lock is against us. Well, I've just realised you might not quite understand what that is. So, alright, Chris is on the radio there. So this means the lock's against us. We want to come through the lock, but the lock is empty, so therefore it's against us, and then when we turn the lock, we turn it into our favour. So we fill the lock and then the lock becomes in our favour. On our arrival at Wilton Marina, we tried to moor up on the fueling arm, but as you can see and hear, the wind was that strong it soon whipped Amy Jo's bow across the cut, almost hitting the boat opposite. It took the combined strength of both Chris and myself to heave on the mooring lines to pull her bow back and get her secured onto the bank. We did eventually get topped up with diesel. I've just had a brief stop here at Wilton Marina. Just topped up with diesel, and we've just topped up with a nice lunch. So now it's time to move on. It's still a bit windy, but we are parked right behind a hedge. So we're going to see if we can find somewhere better to moor up. Well, having stopped for diesel and a spot of lunch at Wilton Marina, it's a bit noisy here. We've got a busy motorway just across the other side of the hedge there, and the other side, on this side, we've got a busy West Coast Main Line railway. So we're going to move on. We're going to head for Wiedenbeck and see if we can find somewhere a tad quieter, because it's really noisy here, as you can hear. Yeah, we're going to be following the railway all the way down, so let's hope we can find somewhere relatively quiet. Well, although not an ideal spot, to be fair, the internet's good. We did moor up by that wide beam just that you saw just now, and we had 1 bar signal. We've moved literally from the wide beam in the distance down there to here, and we now have a full signal. And full signal means a happy life feed. So we're going to stop here for tonight. Smudge, bless him, has already decided he likes this mooring, so I think we're here to stay now. Well, after a surprisingly quiet night right next to a railway line, we both slept really well, and we overslept a little bit this morning. So we're a bit later getting underway today. It's about 5 to 9. We normally like to get away before now, but hey ho. So where were we last night? Well, we were at Weedon Wharf near Wiedenbeck, and we're carrying on today. Not quite sure where we're going to moor. I think the plan is to get to Bugbrook or Stoke Bruin, but we're not sure. Bugbrook looked really nice on the photos, so we're thinking of stopping there. So it'll only be a little short run today. Well, that's a novel water point. I've not seen one like that before. Interestingly, with 2 taps. Presumably you can get both boats filling up. Smudge seems to like it. How about that for a place? I will say this, you see some stunning properties along the canal side. Well, I haven't recorded much of this section of the canal because it's pretty much samey, very samey in fact, but every now and again you get a break in the trees and you get some lovely views. Just passing Hayford's Field Boat Marina. Looks quite a nice marina actually. Certainly got a few boats moored up in there. And full workshop facilities by the look of it. I always look at the entrances to marinas because the entrance tells all, as far as I'm concerned. If it's a well-kept marina, it'll have a well-kept entrance, and this one seems to have just that. So it looks like it's a nice marina. Well, if you've ever wondered where all the toilets go after a festival, there's your answer. Loads of them. And there's more. You can't get taken short in this place, I tell you.
Oh.
No, that's right, Smudge. Well, they don't come much smaller than that. That is tiny. Right, well, having found ourselves a nice mooring at Gayton Junction, which is literally up ahead there where the house is, we're going to call it a day today. It's 25 to 12 and we've got an excellent internet signal, so I'm going to get some vlogging done because I'm way behind, and Smudge can have the tow path because there's no roads nearby. he can have the freedom of the canal towpath. So that's it. Today's cruise done. This is Gayton Junction, and we've been this way before in a hire boat many moons ago with some friends out of Gayton Marina. But tomorrow, or possibly the day after, we're going to be heading this way down towards Brentford. These are some of the properties at the junction here. They're quite nice little cottages, and it's quite a pleasant walk. Off to our left here is the Gayton yard of C&RT Services. It's where they do a lot of work here as well. Notice the crane in the background, hauling boats in and out. In its day, this would have been the workshop manager's off where he lived, and the workshop alongside here. It's a beautiful building, obviously well maintained by the look of it, or recently restored possibly. It looks beautiful. So I mentioned earlier that we had a hire boat from Gayton Marina. Well, this is where we picked the hire boat up, this very spot here. Remember the boat being parked opposite the picnic tables there, and we loaded it up from there and then headed off up towards Foxton. Got as far as Market Harbour and then turned around and came back.